Yo, 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 it's Mark and Mark's Tarot. Hope everybody's doing good. Hey Ninja, how you doing? No, I'm not sleeping. I'm just checking my phone. Always some crazy people. That's why I don't like watching the news. It's too discouraging. Too many friggin' freaks in the world. Yeah, I'm doing well. That was good. Yeah, I just before I logged on here, like the main YouTube page, it shows like the news and stuff, and I don't even look at it. But apparently, people are going crazy in the UK and stabbing people, and like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? I don't know what the hell is wrong with this whole damn world. These people. I was like, what the heck did I just see on here? And two people here in Bermuda, two foreigners died here on bike accidents on the weekend. It's pretty sad. A guy, him and his wife came here from Canada to visit and to vacation. They were on a moped and they had an accident, and the wife died, and he survived. So it's pretty sad. And then a Filipino guy crashed all by himself on a bike. He was here working, and then he passed away too. All on the weekend, one Friday, one Saturday. Yeah, it is. That's why, road fatalities are a shame. So many people die on the road, one on vacation and one working. That's why I don't, I would never go back on a moped again or a bike here in Bermuda. It's just too much traffic, too many crazy people. There's accidents like every day. People just don't care. It's bad enough in the car. You have to go through so many people. Like, it's like crazy. People just don't have no sense of driving. They don't care. They just overtake and speed and go crazy. I'm like, what the heck is wrong with these people? Like, calm down. Oh, okay, cool. That's nice. I know that must be a good feeling. Yeah, I know. Oh, I know. I used to drive in the States when I was 25, I guess, or 20, no, yeah, 21, 25, something like that. In between those, I drove out in Atlanta all the time. When my friend moved out there, we all drove out there. I was the one who drove the car because I was the more responsible one. I was always the non-drinker, so I always drove. Everybody else was drunk or high or something. I was designated driver. But I've driven in Atlanta, and I never got into any problems out there. But um, it doesn't matter where you go, really. It's just like people just drive crazy, crazy. They're just stupid. People don't care. They think that they're invincible, and they think that their car or their bike is gonna save them. Yep, I'm always the designated driver, which is cool. I don't mind. Yeah, but I gave up riding bikes here in Bermuda because it's too much traffic now. It's not the same as it used to be. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Now I just drive myself, and I drive slow. I don't drive fast at all. I don't have like I just take my time, go where I have to go. Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's a lot of traffic here, tons of traffic. And then we got small roads, and we don't have like highways and stuff like that. We have a one 4 lane, 2 lanes in, 2 lanes out. It's like a mini highway, but it's not a highway. We drive on the left, and our cars are right hand drive, and there's only 2 lanes, one up, one down. So the only place that is 4 lanes is in in the city part. Yeah, we cater to tourists. Now we have actually, that's what I was telling my friend today, that we have these little small electric rental cars that fit two people. And some of them are side by side, some of them are like, back and front type of thing. We've had them for a while now, for a year and a bit, year and a half. They're like little tiny electric rental cars, and they're popular. People from local people rent them as well. But they I would rather a tourist go spend the extra money and rent a car than rent a bike, even though the bikes are cheaper. But you know, bikes are more dangerous. If you're in a car, you're a lot more protected, and at least you know how to drive a car. Riding a moped here, you gotta have skills. You gotta like really know what you're doing. If not, you should stay off a bike. So bikes aren't for everybody. But hey, I don't know. It's like it's sad because like you can be the best driver or the best rider in the world and you can still die. It doesn't matter. So it's kind of the luck of the draw if you're next. Yeah, I used to ride bikes all the time. I've owned at least 6 or 7 bikes in my lifetime. I used to work on them. I was really good at working on them and fixing them. Here in Bermuda, when you're 16, you're allowed to ride a bike, and then when you're 18, you can get a bigger bike, and when you're 18, you can drive a car. You can't drive a car until you're 18 here. They tried to raise the age to 21, but everybody's like, no, no. Yeah, I used to drive. I used to ride a motorcycle. I used to have a few motorbikes here, but I got rid of all of them. I've had my share of road rash on a rainy day, going around a corner, bike just slipped right underneath me. I never really been in those serious accidents, thank God. But I'd rather be in a car these days, to be honest. At least a car, I'm more secure. On a bike, like people just don't care. Yeah, I'll be on a car any day. But hey, some people they ride bikes and nothing happens to them, and they got luck. But and even cars too. People are in their car, and then, they can die in their car. You never know. But I pray every day, everybody, you know, doesn't get into accidents. But it happens, and now that social media is not now, but social media here in Bermuda, like people are all over TikTok, and they're like recording like the accidents and showing everybody online, and I'm like, oh boy, they're trying to like get the point across to like calm down, slow down, but people don't get it. It's like every single day there's an accident. Every single like month there's like a fatality, like somebody dies on the road. And I think the guy said on the news that this is the seventh or eighth road fatality this year. Usually every year, like between like I would say 10 and 20 people die on the roads, which isn't that bad. But for here it is, for such a small island. So people should just be taking their time, but they don't care. That's why I tell everybody I'd rather not go anywhere. And if I do, I go to the grocery store like I did today, and I went to work. I did a job for a client, and I said, being that I'm out on the road, I'm going to go grocery shopping now so I don't have to go nowhere later. Because during the day, like around between 9:30 and 2 o'clock, is the best time to be on the road because everybody's working and you know they're indoors or they're not on the road. It's first thing in the morning, like about between 7 and 9:30 is the worst time to be on the road here. And then from like I would say 3:30 to 6:30 is another worst time to be on the road. How many residents? What you mean, like people? I don't know how many residents, but Like there's about 65,000 people. Like 65,000 people here, and that isn't much. That fills up a. There's baseball stadiums and basketball stadium. I mean, not basketball, but yeah, our population is 65,000 right now, which isn't much. You can put us all inside of a. You can put us all inside of a stadium, and we still won't fill it up. Yeah, I can't remember where was I. Oh, I was at a NASCAR race in Alabama, and like the Talladega Super Speedway, and it was like 100,000 people seated around that, or it was 100,000 people there, or some shit like that. And I was like, damn, the whole of Bermuda could fit in here, no problem, with extra seats. Yeah, Bermuda's a small place. It only takes like an hour and 15 minutes to get from one side to the other, pretty much. It's very small, but we have everything. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I'd rather live in a small island than live in a big ass city and a big ass country. Everybody pretty much like knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. But my family's over here anyway. So. I know a lot of people, a lot of my friends have moved and gone to the States or Canada. A lot of people are moving to Canada from here, which is, whatever. That's what they want to do. Canada's a nice place. A lot of my nephews' friends, they say that they have friends coming here from Canada, and then they go back they come from Canada here to go to school for a year or two or three, and then because their parents work here at exempt companies, and then they go right back to Canada again. A lot of people come here for work, business, just because there's a job here. I know a lot of people here from different countries. Yeah, all your family live in Cali, San Francisco, Sacramento. Yeah. My family lives here in Portugal, that's it. And some people are in the States. Some people are in Boston, Canada. I have a few family here and there. Elk Grove. Okay. Thank you for telling me. I have no idea what EG was. Elk Grove. Yeah. I wouldn't trade here for anywhere. I would love to stay here for the rest of my life. The only downfall of living here is hurricanes. That's the only thing I don't like. If somebody said to me, if you would change one thing in Bermuda, what would it be? And I was like, not getting no hurricanes ever again. That's the only thing I fear about living here. Yeah, like we've had our share, put it that way. In my lifetime, there's been a lot. And last year we had 100-mile-an-hour winds. They said it wasn't going to be that bad, but it ended up being bad. But we've had our share of a lot of. One year we had three in a row. 2 back to back within 3 days, and another one after that. That was a nasty, nasty year. I think that was 2018 or 19, something like that. It was recently. Yeah, it is scary. That's one thing I don't like about living here is, the hurricane shit. Especially living where I am now. We're up high, and we feel the wind. We're like, holy shit. Last night about 4 o'clock in the morning. Well, it was weird because I woke up and I heard thunder. I heard boom. I heard like this little. Well, it was like a real loud, like bass line, rumble. And I was like, what the fuck was that? Then about 2 seconds later, another thunder. And I was like, and I looked at the clock and it said 444. And I was like, wow, really? So it was guys laughing. I was like, well, it didn't last. It was only like 3 rumbles and that was it. And then all you heard was the rain come down. I was like, and I was like, holy shit, it's pouring. And that didn't last too long. It only lasted about 20 minutes. Then I went back to sleep. But it scared the living shit out of me. Came out of nowhere. I went on my phone. As soon as I heard the rumble, I went on my phone and looked at the radar and it was all red. And I was like, oh shit. Thunder and rain. But we only got 2 rumbles, so. And if you have thunder here, everybody hears it because we all pretty much like, the thunder ain't gonna be like, people are gonna be like, yeah, we heard it. I heard it. Yeah, it's scary. We've had a lot of rain in the past three weeks. It's been not normal. I only remember one year when I was maybe 16, 17, maybe younger. I don't know. I would say about 16, 17 because I had my bike around that time. Yeah, I would say 16, 17 years old. I was working at a hotel during the summer. And it was in June and it rained for 2 weeks straight. And I was working inside the whole time. Nobody was at the beach. It was raining all the time. It was pouring for 2 weeks straight. And this year, this June, and last week of May going into June, and now it's rained almost every day. Even if it's for a little while, it just rains, or it rains a lot, or it rains all day. And it would just rain, guaranteed to rain every day, even if it's a shower. It's like that's not even heard of here. And that's like, I'm 46, so that was 30 years ago. I can't remember it. Within the last 30 years, I cannot remember it raining here for 3 weeks straight every day, at least a shower or two, or like a downpour or something. I can't remember. And there is no recognition of that. And I talked to a lot of people and they told me the same thing. Like we'll get maybe 1 or 2 or 3 days straight, but 3 weeks straight, nah. Oh yeah, we need the rain. Everybody's happy because it fills up our tanks. Because beneath our house, we don't have basements. We have tanks. We have water tanks, and our roofs are made out of limestone and concrete. So they have gutters that catch the rain, and they go into the pipes and go underneath the house into a big ass tank. And those tanks can carry, 50,000 gallons of water or more. So there's a lot of big tanks here in the island that catch water because you need water or else we have to buy it. So instead of buying the well water, which is trash, which you can't really drink, you can, but it's not good water. So we get natural, organic rain, and it goes into our tanks, and we just, filter it and drink it, or we wash our, dishes ourselves. When it rains a lot like now, our tanks are full, so it'll last for forever until it stops raining. Like our tank here is huge. It's deep. It's like, I would say it's at least 50,000 gallons. At least. When it's full to the brim. And that's no exaggeration. Yeah, I drink bottled water, but I don't have to. All I do is I get the Brita filter thing, and I go right out of the tap, right into the Brita filter, and I just drink that water, and it's perfectly fine. We've been drinking it for years. Everybody's alive, no problem. But you can drink it right out of the tap. It's good water. It's rainwater, and it just goes into a tank, and then the tanks are clean. If your tanks are clean, then you're good. You have to clean your tanks too, because all this shit gets in it. And during a hurricane, if you don't clog your drains, then all the leaves and the salt and the dirt go into the tank. So what we do is I have like these rubber drain cloggers, and you put them in the hole in the drain, and you pump it up, and it expands, and then it covers the hole. So when it rains, it goes off the roof, and it washes the shit off the roof, and it doesn't go in the tank. So every hurricane, I go up on the roof and just clog up all the holes, make sure we don't get no dirty water in there, and that's it. Then once the hurricane's over, you go up there with a power washer and you wash it all down. You unclog the hose and catch water again, so you don't get any contaminated water. But either way, we filter the water, and the water gets filtered through our pumps. Like you can put like a filter on the pump on the line and filter it just like a pool. Like it's almost just like somewhat the same thing. No, you don't have to do it all the time, but it's good to do it like every 5 years. Every 5 years, we usually clean the tank. But you don't have to, because it's constantly filtered. There's like a foot valve, it's called, at the bottom of the tank that sucks the water, and it's got a filter on there, and you can put another filter on your like tap. You can filter it many ways. There's always, and then you filter it into a Brita filter container. But I remember my auntie, my godmother, God rest her soul, she said the best water she's ever drank was from our tap. And I agree with her. Yep, we can drink right out of our tap. No chlorine, no nothing. It's fresh, real water. So, and it's nothing tampered with. It's perfect. So everybody's really happy here because everybody's tank is full. We call it liquid gold, because that's what it is. Because when it doesn't rain here, like last year, it didn't rain that much. We hardly ever got any rain. And we actually bought water here a few times. We bought like 7,000 gallons of water, and it was like $600. So it's expensive to buy water if you're buying a lot. And everybody in the neighborhood bought water last year. It sucked because we didn't we and when you buy that water, you can't really drink it. Like if you drink it, you're gonna taste the difference. It's well water, and it's not that good. It's good, but not like fresh water. So everybody was buying bottled water. It was annoying. So yeah, we have to pay for ours when it doesn't rain a lot and we use all our water. But now we don't we're good for the rest of the year, because no way in hell we're gonna use all that water by the end of the year, because it's full to the brim. And it's got two sides. So like when one side goes, you can turn on the other side. And the other side is like, a couple thousand gallons, I would say. It's like the small side is like it's like the emergency side. When the main tank is drained, there's like a wall, and there's a hole, like, and it drains into the other tank. And then when it goes below the water, when it goes below the hole of the window, right? Oh yeah, it's big. Yeah. So once one drain side, the other side's like about 5 feet tall, and about, I would say, maybe 25 feet by 6. So it takes like, maybe I would say 4,000 gallons of water. So that's like the emergency side. So once all the water goes in the main tank, you just switch it over to that tank to run that water as well. So that way, when you do get rain or anything, it goes back into the main tank. Some houses have two tanks, and some houses have well water, so you can switch it. So if you get a well water pump and you dig like a big ass hole in your backyard, drill a hole in there and get a well pump, you can pump the well water as well. So you can have well water and fresh water. So when everything goes to shit and you don't get no rain, you can always use your well water pump. So a lot of people have it here because you never know. Some people I know a person, one of my clients, they when we went through the drought, they switched over to their well because they knew they wanted to keep the fresh water. So they have it set up where they use the fresh water to drink from and to bathe from. And then the well water is to wash dishes, wash clothes, and fill up the pool and things like that. Yeah. Yeah, we just use the water from the tank. We just transfer it, we pump it over with a hose. I've done it plenty of times already. Yeah. We just use the tank water, or we just get water trucks to fill it up. We just get a couple water trucks and it fills it up. Our pool is like 8,000 gallons of water. It's a small pool. It's 12 by 25, and it's about, I would say, 8 feet deep. It's not like the deepest part's like 8 feet probably, and the other part's about four. It goes 4 feet and then it goes down into an 8 feet deep. It's not a very big pool, but it's big enough. I was in there today. It was like 87 degrees. I went in there. It was so nice. I love swimming in the pool and like exercising in there, and I stretched in there. It was nice. I went in there for about maybe, I don't know, 45 minutes. Yeah. But this one's in the ground and it's, made out of concrete. So I was in there I was in there last night, and I was in there again today this afternoon because it's so freaking humid here. You just want to go in the water. So it's nice. And it's a saltwater pool too. We have salt water and chlorine. So our pool is saltwater. So it's a decent pool. Yeah. Mine's on Instagram. You can see mine on there. Yeah, mine's a saltwater pool. Yeah. We have a saltwater like generator thing, and it generates the salt water. They just put the couple bags of salt inside the actual, drain thingy, and boom, we got salt water. Yeah, there's salt water and chlorine in there, both. Yep, and the pool is like crystal clear. And every day I take leaves out of there, bugs, frogs. What's the difference? Salt is way better for you than chlorine. Chlorine is nasty. Saltwater pool is way better. It's more expensive, but it's worth it. Yeah, we have little tiny frogs about yay big, and they go in there and they die in there, and every day I have to like take them out of there. Worms, bugs, all sorts of flies and shit. It's a very annoying. The guy says the reason why you have a lot of bugs and frogs in there is because your pool's very clear. And I was like, yeah, it's clean because I clean it every damn day. I take the net and I clean everything up. You know, it's annoying because like bugs in there are fucking annoying. But yesterday there was like a whole pot of like little flies in there, and it was aggravating as hell. I had to get like a special net to catch them, like to make sure like that it doesn't fall through the holes of the net. I had to get like a really decent net. It's a pain in the ass. It's expensive, but it's worth it. I love going in the pool. We have a water heater too. We have a heat pump. So, but that to run that, it's very expensive. So we wait till it's hot, and then when the like when the pool's at like 87 degrees or 86, we turn the heater on, and it goes up to like 93, and it feels like a jacuzzi. Yeah, we have like the church worms in there, and we have like the little baby tree frogs in there. Have a lot of bugs and shit, but every day, every morning when I get up, and I take the dog outside. I take the pool net and I just clean everything up, leaves, dirt, whatever's in there. Yeah. When we turn the heat pump on, it goes up to 93 degrees, so it's really nice. It feels like a jacuzzi. But it's expensive to run, so we gotta watch out. Like we can't do it every day because it'll be like $1,000 bill every damn month. Yeah, oh yeah, they go in the pool with me. Both of them go in there. I use the pool the most, to be honest. I go in there more than anybody because, especially in the summertime, this is the second summer we're gonna have the pool. So, like for instance, today I went to work in the morning. I was like, it was so humid, I was sweating. So I came home and it was like I would say it was about maybe, um, I'm gonna say like 11:30. It was right before I ate, and I went in there and I took a dip, and then I went to go eat. One of my nephews left for school, didn't he? Yeah, he went to college, the oldest one, 21-year-old. Hey JD, how you doing? Yeah, the oldest one is 21. He went to college, but he's back now for a summer vacation. Yeah. All right, JD. I would say in general for love this month going into next month, it looks like mm, love is not that great. The only thing I see here is there could be somebody that you meet, but it's someone who is a risk. Like they're a risk, and they can come into your life this month, going into next month, and they're somebody who um, you take a chance on, or you might want to take a chance on, but you can tell, like after speaking to them, that it's a risk to be with them, or it's going to be disappointing, or you're going to feel like let down because you want to be in love, you want to have love, but it's not the right person. So you might meet somebody, but they're not definitely not the right person, and there's somebody who has financial problems, and someone who just is a risk to be with, and you would, if you were to take a gamble on being with them, you'd have to pay their way all the time, or they would be, you'd be going through like some bad luck periods, or you won't be fulfilled in any way, you'd be let down. So it's also saying that the person might lie to you and tell you one thing and do another. So love doesn't really look that great, and if you do meet this person, they're not the type of person that you're going to want to be with. So they could be a Scorpio. If you do know a Scorpio person, then they might be telling you that they're going through a transformation and they're trying to get their financial security back, but they made some adjustments, or they've been ill, or they're going to give you excuses, and then ask you for help, and then you find yourself caught up with this person. So there's no love here. There's just a person who you might know, or this person that you meet is someone who is gonna be a loss. They're gonna actually want to take more from you than give to you, and they're gonna lie to you, and they might want to become your friend at first, but it doesn't look good as far as like even being a friend with them. I get like a water sign person like Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. This person is like in July. I feel like you might meet somebody a little better, but there's going to be like communication and texting and talking. So I would say from now going into July, I don't really see nothing like serious with anybody. I just see that person. But going into July, like and in the month of July, like the whole month of July, um, it looks like towards mid July, you might meet somebody a little bit better, someone more considerate, someone more generous. You'll be talking to them via text, and you'll be talking about things that you have in common, things like that. And it looks a little better. But this person also lives in denial, and be very cautious when you talk to this person. It looks like it could be like a new relationship and a start of a new love relationship, and it looks a little better in July, but I would say more of mid July. So from now until like mid July, it doesn't look that great. But after mid July onward, looks like you can meet somebody, and this person is like someone who's a businessman, or a person who is like into um, being responsible. They're creative. They got a lot of ideas. Looks like they got like their shit together, and it looks like this can definitely be like a new possible relationship for you. But I would say like just be very cautious, obviously, with these people, especially the first guy or the first person. So I would say July is a better month going mid July for onward. So you're just gonna have to wait, JD, till I would say mid July onward, and it looks better. Looks like you'll meet a better person. If there is somebody like around you right now that's trying to get with you or like trying to come back to you, they might still hound you from now for the next couple weeks, but they're not the right person. So the new person looks like July, like the end of July, mid July, and July. Well, the first thing is you say you don't date often, but if I do, I am always disappointed. So that you got to change that mindset. So you got to say I don't date often, but when I do next time, it's going to be the right time. Don't say you're always disappointed. You know what I mean? I know it's facts. That's what you think. But try and change your mindset. Try and like bring in that positive energy. Just say, say to yourself, I don't date often, but when I do, hopefully next time is the right time. Like, don't be disappointed. Don't say you're always disappointed, even though I know how you feel, because that's how it is out there. It's not too many like people out there that you can trust. But try and like change your words and change your feelings, and it'll like hopefully you can manifest something better by saying that. Like you're pretty much like you know saying that that's gonna happen every time. I got the exact same cards and I shuffled. So I would say that you can possibly be in a committed relationship from now until the end of the year. And like I said, this guy can be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, doesn't have to be. But this person is someone who like has their own business, or they have like a position where of authority. And like when you start to talk to this person, you're gonna enjoy talking to the person. You'll be able to handle, what they're about. The ability between both of you talking to each other will be easy. I feel like you guys will text and talk, and that's going to be like the best part of it. You'll be talking to each other and you'll be feeling the vibe and feeling everything. You'll be getting knowledge from each other. But like, I feel like you're the type of person who really has to get to know somebody in order to give them their heart, and that's fine. And if that's what you want to do it. There could be like some on and off, like, in the beginning it might be really nice, but then it'll be slow down, then it'll get better again, because there's going to be like denial and withdrawal from seeing each other or being with each other all the time, or getting to get to know each other too fast, too quick. But I also feel like there's a decision to be made, and one of you might, say, hey, look, I can't do this, or I can't do that, or I can't do this because of that, or I shouldn't do that. And, let's take it one step at a time, things like that. And that's normal, you know what I mean? But I do see a person around you that's going to be like very close to you at some point. And this could be more like, I'm getting 9, so like September-ish, it could be getting serious, where you might have a serious relationship, a committed relationship. But remember that when you deal with this person, just know that, make sure you keep your standards and keep your word. Like, don't just allow, everything to just allow things to flow, and try not to control what happens. And what I mean by that is, like, don't live in denial, and don't feel like you're gonna get disappointed. Like, illuminate yourself more. Like, make sure you feel good doing it, and you feel good talking to the person. If you feel the vibe is right, then keep going. If not, then just slow it down and see how it goes. But I do see, I got the exact same cards, to be honest, of the same person. The good thing is they're not like somebody who is bad. I got good vibes from the person, and they came up, upright, King of Cups there. So that's a good person to date. The person might feel like, kind of like letting themselves emotionally go, tell you things, and you guys have a good conversation. I see conversation will be good. Yeah. This relationship depends on you. As you get to know this person, you're gonna feel like, I have to do this, or I have to do that, or I might have to, feel a certain way. You might feel like you're not ready for it, or you might feel like it goes too fast, or you just might feel like, you rather have a friendship instead of a relationship with this person. So it's hard to say, because anything can happen. But from what the cards tell me, it looks like you'll get involved with this person, but committed and like stay together for a long time. That's not really telling me that. It's telling me that it depends on you. Like, it always says that the woman is the person who, I feel like he wants to, but you might be like, well, I don't know. We'll see. I feel like it's totally going to be up to you whether or not you allow yourself to feel committed, or allow yourself to like be with this person. So, but I don't blame you. I don't date often either. I only date people that I have a feeling that it's going to work. If I don't, then I'm not dating them. So I don't blame you. But there is a potential relationship there. Whether or not it stays committed and stays long, it's up to you. It's telling me the woman is the person that's gonna control everything. So you might get fed up after a couple months and be like, fuck this guy, I ain't gonna time for this shit. Or you might say, hey, I'll give it a chance. So yeah. But yeah, it's my advice to you and to everyone, and the advice that I always give myself, is Only give somebody your heart in time. Don't do it right away. Make that person work for your heart, for your energy, for your love. Don't just give it away, because when you give it away, you're pretty much screwed. You know, it's gonna be worse. Yeah, exactly. I don't feel like you're gonna waste their time. I feel like, you're gonna feel like, you know it's a waste of time for you if you keep going. But the person seems cool. It's just a matter of, how much they can really tolerate, or how much you're gonna tolerate. It's very difficult to be in a serious relationship these days. You never know who's genuine and who's not. There's so many actors out there. There's so many people who claim they want a good relationship, and then they have one, and then they don't know what to do with it. So it becomes very difficult to deal with people in general. It's bad enough trying to find a great friend, let alone, or a family member, let alone a relationship. But it's possible. I don't doubt it. And when you said, if I do, I'm always disappointed. I feel the same way. I always get disappointed as well, but I try to, at least give myself some faith and hope that one day it will happen. And if it does, hopefully it lasts and you have a companion for the rest of your life. But there's not too many people right now in the world that have companions and, marriage partners for more than 10, 20 years, let alone 5 and 2 and 3. I know some people that got married and divorced in the same year. And I know people who are getting fed up with their partners after 20 years and, say, I'm done, you know? And that's how it is. I think that people use the word love and say the word love, and their definition of love is totally wrong. But hey, what do I know? Trust is everything to me. I can't love you if I can't trust you. Once I can't trust you, the love goes down the drain. Love is very hard to maintain. That's why I can't really love someone for too long, because when I can't trust you anymore, you become suspicious, or you just become boring or weird, or you don't pull your weight and don't give me 100%. Then fuck you. I'm an Aquarius. Aqua. Apparently, for Aquariuses, the next 6 months is going to be good. And it says that even if you're a single Aquarius, you're going to find love. So we'll see how accurate astrology is for us Aquarians. Oh, you're an Aries? Yeah, I've dated some Aries women in my time, and I like Aries women. I like fire sign women anyway. But Aries women also are very picky, because they're very stubborn, because they want their cake and eat it too. See, Aries women are the dominant ones. They're the ram. See, you know, beat the shit out of that guy to say, hey, look, you're going my way, damn it. If you don't go my way, then there is no way. So that's Aries women. They're very stubborn and they're very dominant. They want to be the one who runs the relationship. They want to tell the guy, look, you're gonna do this, this, and this, or ain't gonna be no coochie for a month. You understand me? Yes, ma'am. Yes, baby. Anything you want. Or they're gonna make sure that they run this. They run shit. They don't want their person to be better than them. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. You know, when I mean dominant, like Like some Aries women, they want to be, the one that wears the pants in the relationship. Like they want to make sure their man or their woman don't tell them what to do and don't like, use them or like tell them this and tell them that. They're like they know everything and you know, that's how it is. Those are the ones that I've experienced. You could be different. Not all Aries is the same. But yeah, see, you're dominant in business as a boss. So that's great. That's a good trait to have. Being dominant in a relationship is kind of stupid because then you give no choice to the other person and the other person will feel like they're in jail. Oh yeah, I got to do everything my girl says because if not, and we're end of the world. So some do that. Yeah, when you're in love, obviously you have to be. You gotta, hold up your guard and make sure you don't get hurt. But Aries and Aquarius is a good match. I know a lot of Aries and Aquarius people that are in relationships and stuff. Well, that's a good thing. As long as you're getting led by a real man, then you're good to go. Like if you're getting, if you fall hard for the guy and then, you let the man lead and you're comfortable with his lead and he leads you, to the right things, and that's fine. Yeah. But nobody should be leading anybody. There should be an equality. There should be like a serious equality. Everybody should be leading each other. But sometimes people need to be led. That's fine. You know, that's why they have these apps because you can follow because you don't want to lead. How about Cancer and Aquarius? I don't know about that. It doesn't matter really. It depends on the love between the people. See, I've never really dealt with cancers, like that in a love sense. But um, you know, I know what. Yeah, you should be an expert on Cancer and Aquarius, Ninja. You've been together with your better half for a long time. Yeah, I have some Cancer friends. I have friends in every zodiac sign, pretty much. But I like the women. I like fire sign women, Aries, Leo, and Sag. I get along with those type of women all the time because air fuels fire. So yeah, see, 30 years. So you should be telling me. I don't like Pisces men. The women are okay, but the men clash with me and Capricorn people as well. And some Aries women I can't stand because they're just weird like that. I have tried to date a Sag and it's not my cup of tea. Oh, so that's the Scorpio I saw then. So that makes sense. I saw the Scorpio guy. Yeah. Yeah, Sag and Aries are great, yeah. Nah, not no. Yeah, Capricorn people just not they don't set good with me. But see, I say that, but it's not everybody. Your husband and I are not together, but he is a Scorpio, yeah. I can see that Scorpio person was around. I said that. So yeah. That's why his energy came up. Yeah. I've had an Aries break my heart, but it's fine now. It happens. We all have broken hearts in our lifetimes. Yeah, in my experiences, no. In my experiences, hell no. I don't get along with the same, like I don't get along with men in those signs. The women I do get along with in those signs sometimes, but the men, Capricorn men and things like that, I don't deal with. Yeah. All right, Ninja, take care. You too. Have a good night. Well, that's the thing, it's you have it's yeah, Capricorn men I don't get along with. I've had bad experiences with Capricorn men. My mom's a Capricorn woman, obviously, and she's fine. I get along with her even though she's a pain in my ass. But Capricorn men, for me, I don't even want to be their friends. Pisces men, Capricorn men, Aries men, and Leo men are my worst men friends or worst men opponents and challenges to me as an Aquarius. I can't stand those 4 signs of men. The other signs I can tolerate, but those 4, no. Get away from me. Don't come near me. Once I find out you're one of those signs, I'm like, no, bro, we're not gonna be friends. I know what it's gonna end up being. But like the weird thing is I don't have like Aquarius men friends, but I have Aquarius women friends. Like I don't even know any other Aquarius men that I'm cool with. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Like the same sex, like see how women, like Aries women and Aquarius women might not get along, but you and an Aquarius man might get along. See what I mean? Like me and Aries men don't really set either because they're like arrogant idiots and they think their shit don't stink. But I don't really like people like that. But then again, I've been on here for years watching videos, and a lot of women in the comments say that Aquarius men are cheaters and assholes, and Aquarius guys are this and Aquarius guys are that. But I'm not like that. So like, all right, cool, whatever. Say what you want. Yeah, my dad's a Libra. My dad's a Libra. My mom's a Capricorn. So they've been together for 55 years. Actually, longer than that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But like, I see women in the chat room. They bash Aquarius, man, and I'm like, holy shit! I better not say I'm an Aquarius in here. I'm gonna lie. But like, I know a lot of women who are with Aquarius men, and they love them to death, and some of them like talk shit about them. I'm like, oh boy, I'm not telling nobody I'm an Aquarius. They're gonna be like, yeah, he's an asshole. I'm like, damn, you didn't give me a chance. But that's like me. Like I can't, all because I had a bad experience with an Aries woman or 2 or 3 Aries women. I had a bad experience with. It doesn't mean that all Aries women are bad. See what I mean? So like I have an Aries friend for years now. She's a woman and she's one of my good friends, and never ever has her and I got into an argument ever. And we're really good friends. But then you have like the ones that I'm like, if we're friends, we're cool. But if we become more than that, then it's gonna be like probably a problem. But I can't say that for everybody because everybody's different. We're all different. Everybody's got like different sections of their chart. Everybody's got different, birthdays. Every sign shares like 2 months. You have January Aquarius, you have January Capricorns, you have February Aquariuses, and you have February Pisces. So, you can be different. So it's just like Aries. There's some Aries women that are born in April that I love to death and are really cool, and there's some in April that I can't stand. So I can't really say like it's definitely the month, but it's just the person. That's all. It boils down to the person. In my opinion, it's always the person. You could be whatever sign you want, but if you're an asshole, you're an asshole, and if you're a cheater, you're a cheater. It doesn't matter. I guarantee you can find a cheater in every zodiac sign. You can find a thief in every zodiac sign. You can find a murderer in every zodiac sign. And you can probably find a decent person in every zodiac sign. I'm sure of it. So I don't really dwell too much on it. I'll give my opinions on it, but I don't really dwell too much on it too much. I don't really care really. But one of the best relationship friendships I've had with a woman is another Aquarius, and that was years ago. I met her, and we had a good relationship and friendship, and for like 2 years off and on, and that was it. But that was one of the best I've had. It was like my own son. Everybody else was like, whatever, here and there, everywhere. It all depends. See, you're an Aries and you married a Scorpio. See, Scorpio men also have a reputation of bad partners. Scorpio men are also have a reputation of cheating, and they think that they're God's gift to women, or they just want more than one woman or one. A lot of Scorpio men, they're weird. Well, the thing is, you fell in love with him and you married him. So yeah, that's how they are. But one of my best friends is a Scorpio, and he's not really full of himself. He wants his cake and eat it too. And I'm like, oh well, that's the mistakes we make in life. You know, that's the mistakes you make in life. And I know a lot of people that's gotten married and getting a divorce. Yeah, it is. My brother got a divorce 5 years ago. He's a Cancer and he married a Cancer, and that didn't work. And my sister, she's a Sagittarius and she married a Capricorn, and she's getting a divorce now. I've never been married and I don't think I will unless a miracle happens. But I'm the type of person I don't really care. I'm 46 now. If I get married, I get married. I doubt it, but I would like to. But even if I don't, I would like to be in a committed relationship one day. A decent one eventually. But hey, yeah, everyone is divorcing, so why should I get married? I don't want to be a person who gets divorced and gets married and gets divorced. That's a waste of time. Well, the reason why it's not the same anymore is because marriage is a convenience to a lot of people. It's just something that people are programmed to do because that's what you're supposed to do. I said this to my parents on Sunday at the lunch table when we were eating lunch. I said, "Well, you know what? We were talking about my sister and my brother. They got divorced. I got two sisters and a brother, and the only one that's married now is my oldest sister. She's been married for 25 years, and we always thought that she was gonna get the divorce first because her husband's an idiot. He still is an idiot, but anyway, he's not. They're not my favorite people, but at least they're together. My brother got a divorce after 17 years, and my sister's getting a divorce after 24 years. So, and I'm the only one that's not been married, and I don't have no kids because I watch my parents be together, raised 4 kids and never fight. I've never seen them go at each other, and they're married for 57 years. I think my parents have been married now. I think next week will be 57 years my parents have been married. Yeah. And my parents have never ever talked about divorce or things like that. My parents, they don't fight. Like I don't see them like, do anything. I was brought up watching my parents respect each other and do things for each other. So that's why it's hard for me to just like, get married when I just meet somebody. Like I'm not like that. I can't just fall in love with a person after like 3 weeks or 3 months. It's gonna take me like a while. And you know what the key to, in my opinion, is this. In order for a successful marriage and a successful relationship, you have to live with each other for a good period of time. Like a lot of people, they meet each other, they get to know each other, they have sex after 3 months or 4 months, and then they get all excited, and then within a year they're engaged and married, and then they start to live with each other for another year, and then they realize that this person is not the right person for me. I'm going to get a divorce. Fuck this. I'm moving on. That's how the world has been in the past umpteen years. That's my opinion. And the reason why it doesn't last is because a lot of people don't live with each other first. Like live with each other for at least a year or two, then get married if it works. If it doesn't work, then don't fucking get married. Live with each other until you can actually bear each other for the rest of your lives. And then people would say, well, Mark, people change. Well, then if people change and you have a problem with people changing and you don't see yourself lasting in a marriage, then don't get married. Because sometimes the divorce costs more than the marriage. And that's when everything goes downhill. And who suffers the most in a divorce is the guy. Because he's got to pay for the rest of his fucking life. Yeah, if the sex ain't fixing things, then it's definitely time to go. Yeah. But a lot of people dwell too much on the sex, and that's one thing I have a problem with too. I don't like to have a sex-based relationship, like dwell on it too much. Yes, it's very important, obviously. It's a part of your relationship, but if you dwell too much on it, then you're gonna convince the other person that that's all you are worth is sex, which is stupid. Well, the thing is, even if a woman earns more than a man, the man still got to pay up, for the kids or, for, whatever it is, Yeah, the woman pays too, but like some men deserve to pay because they don't pay at all. But some men, I feel like, say, okay, let me tell you this. This is what I have a problem with. And unfortunately, the law is not the same everywhere. Say if you're a decent guy, you get married, right? If you hear snoring in the background, it's my dog. She's behind me snoring. Yeah, it's not me making noises. Anyway, my if I say if I married you right now, and we're married for 2 years, and you cheat on me with your ex-husband because you wanted to go back to him, and you cheated on me, and I have, we bought a house and I paid majority of it, or you just moved into my house and then you get divorced from me and you cheated on me, you did the wrong, and you still get half of what I have even though you cheated on me. That's fucked up. And vice versa. You see what I'm saying? So I married you thinking that I'm gonna be okay. I go buy $1 million house and we have a great life for 2 years, and then you go fuck your ex, and then we get a divorce. You're gonna get half of my shit that you didn't even earn or you didn't even pay for. And you fuck somebody else and then you get away with it. That's bullshit. That's like what I'm against. So if I have evidence of you with your ex, you shouldn't get a $1. It should be a mutual see you later, goodbye. You shouldn't get anything from me because you didn't pay for shit. That's in that case, but not every case is like that, obviously. But if you did the wrong, you shouldn't get anything because you did the wrong shit. That's just bullshit. You shouldn't get half of somebody's stuff after they cheat on you. That's ridiculous. You know? But it's not every case. Some people have a mutual agreement where they're like, you know what? I don't feel love anymore. We'll split everything halfway. Goodbye. If that happened to me, fine. But it's still fucked up, you know? It's like I tell everybody this. We grow up, we go to school, right? Because apparently that's the thing to do. We go to school, we're supposed to graduate, we're supposed to go to college. When we get out of college, we're supposed to get married, we're supposed to have a house, a car, kids, and then you live this perfect life, right? So what happens if you do all of that stuff and then you got 2 kids and your wife decides to cheat on you with her boss or something like that? So everything you work for and everything that everybody told you to do, they didn't mention the cheating part, did they? Or they didn't mention the part where you were gonna get fucked. See what I'm saying? That's when you know, like you're like, I did this all for nothing. Because that's how it feels. And then again, there's another scenario where, I'm married to you for 10 years, you cheat on me, you go with the person you cheat on, and I end up meeting a nice woman and being married to her for the rest of my life in my second marriage. So maybe you were my lesson learned and to get the other woman because you were just a void to fill in until I meet the real woman. And that happens to a lot of people. That's why people get married a second or a third time because they want to marry somebody in order to live that commandment of, not just having you as a fuck buddy or just somebody that, I'm with and I'm married to. Because people take marriage seriously, where that's why they want to get married multiple times or a second time or whenever. And some people are like, I'm getting married once and once only. And I know a couple that have been together for 20 years. They've never gotten married. They're engaged. And they've been engaged for a couple years. And they have 2 kids. And they've never gotten married. And people always say, why you don't get married? They just don't. They just say, because we don't want to. But they stay engaged. And they live together and they have kids together. It's weird as shit, but whatever. And they have their original names. And they don't give a fuck what anybody says because that's the life they want to live. If they don't want to get married, you don't want to get married. Simple. But not everybody wants to do that because if you don't get married, it's like it's a sin or something for people. Like, oh yeah, you're not married. What the fuck is wrong with you? Just get married already. I think everybody has like this perception, the wrong perception of life. Marriage isn't for everybody. Kids aren't for everybody. Relationships aren't for everybody. Some people get married, some people don't. Some people have kids, some people don't. Some people like women, some people like men. It's the life we live in. We just have to go with the times and, live life. It's a question that's been asked a million times to me. When am I gonna find love? Am I gonna be in a relationship? That's my question too. But it's a question only that we can answer with ourselves. Do we want to put ourselves out there again? And then we say we fear of getting hurt again, or we fear of getting married again, or being in a relationship. There's always a fear. Most people, you said it perfectly. I think most people want love, but not everybody needs love. That's the difference. See, me, I want love, but I don't need love because I know I'm better off by myself because of my experiences I've had. And then I have this, like, I shouldn't think this way, but I do. And, I've watched my siblings get divorced. I've watched my friends get divorced. I've watched people in my family, my cousins, my uncles. Oh, I've watched everybody get divorced. And they say to me, Mark, you're better off single. You're doing the right thing. And I'm like, well, I'm single, but I wish I was married. I wish I was in a relationship and happily loved, and I had a beautiful wife and beautiful kids. And of course, everybody wishes, not everybody, but people wish to have that. You're right. Most people want it. But when they get it, they fuck it up sometimes, or they have a great life. Yeah. I don't know. I think people get fed up too quick. That's my opinion. I think people get fed up of other people or being with somebody for so long. I think that people are lazy and they don't want to like put in the work. Because to me, a relationship is a 24/7 job. It's actually a job. Being married is a job. You have to make sure that you and your spouse are always happy, or at least die trying to make that person happy and make yourself happy, and be happy together. You can't be the one that does everything and then have them sit on their ass and do nothing. That's not a marriage. That's bullshit. It's like my parents. My mom was a housewife. When we came home, our clothes was washed for the next day, and for that day, food was on the table, the house was clean. My mom worked at night cleaning offices with my dad to make more money. My dad worked construction, and then he would go bartender at night, and he also clean offices at night with my mom. And when we got old enough, we helped. They put us through a private school, which was not by choice, but they wanted us there because they wanted us in a good school. They did a lot for us, and I respect that with for my parents. They're still alive, and they're a pain in my ass. But I also look at them and say, you know what? They're still together. They've known each other for 60 years and been married for almost 60. It's crazy. But hey, I think, a lot of people's parents are like that. That's that age group, like in their 80s or close to 80. My parents are devastated that my sister and brother are getting a divorce. They don't want that. I would have never thought that my brother and sister would get a divorce, but hey, everybody thought I was going to be the one to get married and have kids and shit like that, but not me. Not yet. But it's all good. I don't look at myself different, and I don't care how people look at me either. It don't bother me. People can say, "Oh yeah, you've been single. Why don't you go get a girlfriend, or why don't you go do that?" I don't give a fuck what you think. I'm doing what I want to do, and everybody should have the same mentality. Don't ever think that you have to get married, or you have to have kids, or you have to have somebody. The best thing is to have yourself. Love yourself. Go to work. Pay your bills. Don't owe nobody nothing. Wake up every day with a plan to do something. Make yourself happy. Just take care of you first. Fuck everybody else. And when you get into a relationship, don't ever do more than that other person. Make sure you do exactly the same as that person does, and have an equality. Make sure you put in the work. Make sure you really, take care of that person, help that person, be honest, be trustworthy, and just tell the truth. That's all I want, is somebody to tell me the truth, for fuck's sake. I'm sick and tired of all this lying. Like, why the fuck you lying to me for? Lying to me ain't gonna impress me. It's gonna get you out the door quick. So I'd rather you be honest with me and tell me the truth. Because if I find out later, then it's not gonna look good for you. We're not gonna work out. And I think that's my main thing is you can't lie to me like that. I'm not listening to no lies. Lies is the worst thing you can do when you're in a relationship or a friendship, or even getting to know somebody. Don't lie. Just tell the fucking truth. It's easier. That's it. Once you lie and you say, "Oh yeah, I lied," because I don't give a shit. Don't lie. Lying is the worst thing ever. To me, that's why I don't have too many friends and close people in my life because all of them pretty much lie like crazy. I ain't have time for no lying ass shit. Hey Nick, how you doing, bro? Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing good. There it is. All right, let's check, bro. Telling you, bro, it's not easy. It's 1 o'clock in the morning here. I would say Jacob is his energies towards you, like he doesn't know what you're about. It's like he fears kind of like asking you things, and he probably likes that part of you, or he likes the fact that you're straight up, or you're mysterious, or he wants to find out things about you, type of vibe. But I would say that he's like he's kind of got this thinking pattern that doesn't think right, and like he has these ideas, and you might talk to him, he might not feel like he's the person that he says he is. So he might be running his mouth just to feel like he's like something that he's not. He's like an unrealistic type of person. If he's younger than you, then I would say that that's why. Or he might just have like an immature energy where he might just be like a negative type of talking person. If he isn't like that now, he will be as you talk to him more and more. I also think that he probably has like a lot of um, long friendships that he had to end, or he's like got past issues, and that's kind of like setting him back and making him lose his stability. I think he's trying to like find his balance, and that's why his energy can be kind of flip floppy and kind of be weird towards you. But how he feels about you is like unknown. Like he feels like he wants to know more about you. He feels like you're brave and you have like, you know, you'll rush into anything or you show action. Like he thinks you're a man of action. But I don't think that I don't think he's really thinking too much about like anything. He's just got his own little world, his own little, like trying to balance himself out, try to make himself feel more firm and, you know, affectionate. I think he holds himself back. One's energy towards you is kind of same thing a little bit. I think that he thinks you're kind and you're generous, and he thinks that you're cool. But I don't think that once I think his temper gets in his way, and he think that he lies and says things that aren't true. I think he's a little crafty, and he might take advantage of you, or he wants to take advantage of you. He thinks you're vulnerable. So if he asks you for favors, try not to do too much for him, because he's just trying to use you. And that's his energy towards you. That's how he's going to be. Try not to be too kind and overly kind. Like he's probably gonna like he's very crafty and shifty. So he might say things and make you feel like you owe him something, or you need to help him, but really he's only doing it because he's not very honest. I think he plays both sides. Like if he talks to you, he'll talk to somebody else about you, and like he would like talk to like he would have like he's got like two faces type of thing. Um, if you and one have talked a lot recently in the last 10 days, you might think that things improve, but I think that it's more of like a need to analyze what the conversations are really about. But I wouldn't say I would say not to trust Juan too much, because he seems like somebody that's tricky. Like he wants something for nothing, or he just wants a favor from you, and like you might not want to give it. I would say watch out for this guy, because he seems kind of crafty. So his energy is wanting something from you for nothing, like trying to use you, you know? All right. Nathaniel's energies towards you is, I would say it's more business related, or like wanting to know what you're doing with your work life. If you guys work together, I would say there's only a work situation going on there. If you guys don't work together, then I feel like there's more of um, a distance when it comes to working together. He still thinks that there's no love there and no relationship. He feels like there's a little bit of desire, but yeah, I think it's more like, I know you from work and that's about it. Um, Another thing here, there's like he thinks that you don't appreciate him, or there's no appreciation between both of you. There could be like he looks at you as a person who's like a little bit excessive, or you do shit that he wouldn't do or doesn't approve of. Um, he doesn't really, I don't think there's like a friendship there at all. There's like a false sense of feeling there between you guys. He also knows that, the relationship and friendship you had was always in trouble and not very satisfactory, and like kind of like a cross desire type of feeling. Um, I just see like a lack of appreciation for each other, or for like how he feels about you. He doesn't really appreciate you, or doesn't really care about what you're doing. He just knows that there's a business, work type of thing, but that's about it. If he has to talk to you about work, he'll talk to you about work, but if not, he doesn't give a shit. So there's like a lack of maybe communication as well. Like if you haven't talked to him in a while, it's going to stay that way. And if you do talk, it's only going to be business related, or an understanding that we have to talk about business, and that's it. But as far as that, there's still a misunderstanding and like a thought about you, but that's about it. Nothing like nothing interesting there. I don't think that he really gives a shit about what you're doing or your energy. Yeah, I saw that, bro. You can go ahead and ask. Thanks, I appreciate it. All right, let's check. What are Freddie Sagittarius' energies towards Nick? All right. I think Freddie is like Freddie thinks that you're indecisive or you're not making the right decisions or you might be saying some petty things or you're not controlling your emotions or maybe this is him. I think that him himself he needs to like you know do more work on his disappointment or his shyness or his feelings. But as far as how he looks at you, how his energy towards you, he really admires you. He thinks that you're a cool person. He thinks that there's compatibility between you guys, like like a friendship or things like that. Like there's a recognition between both of you. You're welcome, JD. No problem, and thank you. I appreciate it. But Nick, I would say to a certain point. I would say that there's something bothering him, but how he feels about you, his energy towards you is good. Like I think that he really likes you and he thinks that you're a loyal person and a trusted friend. And he thinks that you're considerate and you have good intentions. I think that him himself, he's going through some situation or whatever. And I think that because you help him, he likes that fact that you're around to help him because he can't really control his emotions when he gets petty or whatever. Or he just like wants to continue something and might ask your advice, or he might be going through something and then you're the only person that really helps him get through his day. So he admires you, he likes you, he thinks there's a compatibility between you guys as friends. So he's the Freddie's energy is pretty good towards you. It's not bad at all. I think that he considers you a trusted and loyal friend, someone who he likes and he likes to talk to and feels fulfilled when he talks to you. So I don't know if you help him out or give him advice or you just listen to him, but he likes that part about you. And if you're not really conversating that much, you will in the next couple of days. He gave me the Yeah, I think Freddie's got a lot going on, man. I, I don't I don't know. Freddie seems like he's got a lot of delays. He might be drinking. I don't know if he drinks. If Freddie drinks, I think that is his drinking issues are like, okay, yeah, well, there you go then. That's why the energy's kind of weird because I'm getting like he's cool, but like, yeah, I think that he likes you, but I think like alcohol is like problems. Yeah, yeah, I see that, but I think that he's got alcohol problems or like, yeah, that's sad, man. I don't like people that drink their life away, man. Alcohol is like the nastiest shit ever, man. People gotta stay away from alcohol. I haven't touched a drink in 6 years, man. I'm fucking proud of myself. I don't want none of that shit. Everybody's always trying to get me a drink. I'm like, no, 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 don't waste your money. No, you're gonna drink it, not me. I ain't drinking that shit. I don't know what the fuck they put in that bottle. I ain't drinking it. Yeah, man, I can't. Yeah, I used to drink a lot when I was younger. When I was like 18, between 18 and 30, I used to drink a lot. I used to drink. I used to get like drunk. I used to get high. I used to smoke weed, smoke cigarettes, drink. I wasn't like an alcoholic, but I used to bang them back when I had a chance. You know, I smoked more weed than anything, but it's been 6 years. This August will make 6 years I completely stopped. It's been the best 6 years of my life. Everybody wants me to celebrate with them and have a drink. I'm like, no, no. I'll drink water. I'll toast with a water. Like, you're so boring. I'm like, I probably drank more alcohol than your whole life. And I was like, look, you judge me all you want. I don't care. I'm not drinking no more. Fuck that trash. All right, what are Donnie's the Leo's energy towards you? All right, let's check. Yeah, if you don't remember, you can just say, yeah, it's fine. Spirit knows what you're thinking, and they just relate it through the cards. Yeah. A lot of people just tell me, what is this person thinking about me, and we just find out that way. It's cool. You don't have to know the person's name. A lot of people just give me an initial, or they just say the person that they're dealing with. Okay, so Donnie, the Leo, his energy comes up here. I think that his energy towards you is kind of like he doesn't really know. Like he feels like you guys can be friends, but there's no real meaning behind the friendship, and there's not going to be like no like nothing more than that. I think that he is a control freak, or he likes to control his life and control what he does. Um, yeah, I don't. Yeah, you gotta watch out for Leos because that's our opposite um sign, and like Leos are like, yeah, kind of like, they have their moments. They could be cool though, but you gotta watch out. They like to control situations. So if they can't control you, then it's gonna be a problem. So I would say that, he kind of looks at you as somebody who is like, uh I don't know. Like I'm gonna just tell you like straight up. Like if he is not into what you're into, if he's not into what you're into, he thinks like, he's kind of like a bigot, or like kind of like, just want to be cool just to be cool, but really he's not really cool with what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of vibe. Or if he is, there's like a something in the back like that holds him back from saying something to you, or like, you know. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But I think that his energy is more like, action, like he wants to show. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't, I one thing I tell it like it is. You know what I'm saying? If I see it here, I'm gonna tell you. Like, it's this is more of like a warning. You know what I mean? This is kind of telling me like spirit wants you to know that if you deal with this person, nothing's gonna come out of this. So if you continue to like deal with this person, there's gonna be a friendship without no meaning. You're gonna lose from this. It's not gonna be no love, no nothing, no like partnership, no. It's gonna be like, all him and him only. He might just want to be like the head of the show, or he's like maybe he's too bossy, or maybe he's like, yeah, you gotta come, like I'm this and I'm that, and it's gonna be all about him. So I kind of think that he wants to have like invite you so that way he can have somebody else to talk to or control or tell things to. But really, he doesn't have your best interest at heart. I would say like it's up to you, Nick, but I would say watch out for this person because they don't really give a shit about you like that. You know? Yeah. Also, like he might want to like use you as well. All right. So how does the guy on my mind view me from work? All right, let's check. This person has like mixed emotions about you. One day they think that, you're narrow minded and, you're kind of a person who they don't really want to understand or they feel like they can't work with you. And the next day, cool. I think that I can trust him. I think that, I don't really know him that well, but I think he's got good intentions. I'm going to see how consistent he is saying hello to me or talking to me or how we're going to go and work. So this person, like, yeah, they're like, whatever. Yeah. And that's why I got what I got. Because there's like a feeling where when he sees you, I think that he's also curious as well. But it's like he kind of thinks that, there's no real consistency. How is he supposed to know if you've never talked? So one day when he sees you, he's like, I wonder with this guy who he really is. Like he kind of like seems weird or whatever. And then the next day he's like, you know what? I think I wouldn't mind, talking to him. I just think we have to be. I think there's got to be some type of consistency or something. I also think that he wants to say something to you, but like he doesn't know what to say. Like he might talk about the news, or might talk about the weather to start a conversation. Um, he wants to find out if you're alone, you know? Oh fuck, Nick. What am I gonna do with you, bro? Well, it's funny you say that because that's how he views you. Like one day he says, "What the fuck is this guy wearing, or what is he doing? Like, who is this fucking guy?" And the next day he's saying, "You know what? Maybe he's really cool. Like, maybe I can really talk to this guy. Maybe he's all right. Like, you know what I'm saying?" That's why I got what I got because I'm getting like a mixed bag here of how he thinks about you. Because he looks at you and judges you, but then he says, "You know what? He seems really cool. Like I can talk to the guy. Like fuck it." I will feel like talking to him just to see where he's at. Like he's trying not to judge a book by its cover, but I think it gets to him, and then after that, he's like, you know what? Maybe I should just say hello to the guy or whatever. I think you will conversate with him in the next 7 days, so it can happen. But I would say like don't count on it. I think this person like judges you or like wants to talk to you, but they're like, I don't know. Today he kind of looks like, that blonde dyed hair with the turtle necklace is kind of turning me off. The Galaxy shirt ain't doing it for me today. Then the next day he might be like, hey, this guy's cool. I can't judge him. You know? So that's how he views you. Yeah, everybody judges me too, bro. Don't worry. Yeah. Oh, that's how it is, man. Look, I'm 46 and I've had people come in this chat room and diss me and say, "What are you doing wearing fitted caps and wearing shirts that you look like you're from the 90s?" Or, like, "Hey, wear a polo shirt or something. Like, why you wearing sports shit? You're too old for that." I'm like, "Fuck you. I don't give a shit what you think about me. Give a fuck. Oh, why you got so many hats? You're too old for that." Okay, I didn't know that there was an age limit for things. Thanks for letting me know. I appreciate it. I'm gonna wear a hat that says "I don't give a fuck what you think," and at your own risk. Even people like here and where I live, like they'll look at me and be like, "This guy's wearing like he's in his 20s." Okay, sorry for dressing like I'm in my 20s. You'll get over it. You'll go sleep tonight. What is my higher self's advice when it comes to the guy on my mind? Is this guy anything to me in the spiritual realm? Okay, let's check. Hmm. The only person that I see around you in the spirit realm, to be honest, bro, is a woman. But the person that's on your mind, they doubt you and have suspicions about you. I think there's a lot of differences of opinion, and they're not very happy of your opinion or what you do with your life. It's kind of hard to say because you're saying, is this guy anything to me in the spiritual realm? I would say no. No, the guy's not nothing to you in the spiritual realm. But the only person that I see in your spiritual realm right now, not the only person, but the person that comes up in the reading and often when I read for you is a woman. And this woman is like more of a person who is, a person who is like a grandma, mom, like, or a sister or something like that, or somebody who's a female, influence. Like this person is probably the only spiritual realm person that I see around you at this time. But the guy that comes to mind, I would say this person is more suspicious and shady, or this person is not really a person that um, is going to be someone who is going to be happy with you at all. And if this is like a family person, then I would say hell no, But if the person is like close, like family, or they are family related, then I would say they're nothing to do with you. Yeah, from work, yeah. I would say the person from work is shady and they're very suspicious and they're somebody who has like a lot of differences of opinion. I would say, is a guy anything to you in the spiritual realm? No. I'm not getting that, no. The only person from the spiritual realm that I see around you is a grandma or motherly figure, like a woman that's around you, and she's protecting you from like she's protecting you from being from getting from doing anything that you shouldn't be doing or being worstly hurt by people or words or like things like that or like protecting you because this person has like the power to protect, like they see what you don't see. But as far as the guy, I would say like he's somebody who's a shady character. Don't deal with them. You know, you might doubt the person now. That's why you're asking. But there's a lot of suspicious feelings or unhappy feelings there. This person might also be very petty, where they like arguments or they just have differences of opinion. They might have an opinion that you might not like, and they might be difficult to work with as well. Hmm. Like spirit wants you to know, just put in the major effort for yourself because they feel like you're on idle mode. You know, they feel like you're just coasting through life, and they don't want you to be like narrow-minded, like trying not to think outside, trying not to think too much in the same way. Like, take action and be more confident and feel like you can accomplish anything. You know, they say you have the strength to control any situation, but there's some times where you think that you get stuck or you have lack of determination, like you don't feel like doing something because you know it's going to turn into something bad, like you're already telling yourself that. So this lady in spirit says that you shouldn't be that way and be more like, take more action. Interesting. All right. Michael's energy towards you is more favorable. Like it feels like he feels kind of good when he talks to you or looks at you or thinks about you. He has good intentions. There's nothing bad here. I would say that the only thing is other people might be telling him, "Hey, look, don't deal with Nick. You know, he's crazy or he's whatever or he's this, he's that." So I think that a woman on the outside might be telling Michael, "Hey, look." Michael might have asked a woman about you, and like the woman was probably like, "Okay, well, yeah, don't deal with him. He's crazy or he's a nut job or something like that," like kind of dissing you. But Mike wants to figure it out on his own. Like his energies towards you is like, you know what? I'm not gonna listen to everybody else. I'm gonna figure him out on my own, or I'm gonna talk to him on my own, or see what I do. And he kind of like feels like there's a he that he can be happy talking to you, or he can feel like there's some type of okay, well there you go. So that's why he kind of feels a certain way towards you. It's a woman with brown hair. It's a woman with brown hair that's kind of telling him like causing like some type of conflict. All three have brown hair. Holy shit! So I guess it's all three of them then. Yeah, I would say there's a specific one. Um, I would say the one with the big booty. No, anyway, yeah. So I would say that one of those chicks are telling him something like, but I think that he's like, yeah, but see, that's the thing. You can be friendly all you want. People are still gonna judge you and talk shit to you. But Michael's feelings towards you is like he's happy when he sees you. He's happy to have like a fellow person, like, around, or like someone that's like him. I think that there's a favorable outlook between you two. Things can get better or more productive between you guys this month. There's a more of a like a happiness, or like a um, like a friendship vibe, if there is. I think this it's gonna, like, you guys might be cool or might start to talk more, but I think Michael wants to figure it out on his own. Yeah. But it's just one of those chicks. It's one of them. It's like, yeah, man, but that's life though, bro. You got some if look, if a person's really strong, they'll figure it out. And I think that Mike is the type of guy, he's not gonna listen to those girls. He's gonna be like, you know what? I'm not listening to you. I'm gonna figure out Nick on my own. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what she says. She's just probably hating. But I feel like this person is more like hostile, or more out of the three girls. Is there one that's more like, mad face looking? It's the one with it's a woman that's got like a mad face vibe, or a stern, or a bitch resting, what do they say, resting bitch face. All right, I can check who it is. Is it Joe or Devin? Devin, Jamaica. Joe was the first guy. All right, I would say it's the Devin girl. Yeah, it's Devin girl. I got yes on the Devin girl. Like, she's more of like, she probably said something to Mike and said, "Oh, he's this way or that way." Or maybe Mike and the Devin girl had an argument, you know, or had like a disagreement where Mike is like, "Yeah, I can't trust you." Joe seems okay. Joe seems more of a conversationalist, or somebody who's enjoying talking to him. He said, "Joe let me borrow her charger, but seems more cautious towards me." Yeah, well, I still got a person with brown hair, so I know all three of them do. But maybe it's trying to tell you that you got to watch out for all of them. But at the end of the day, it seems like, besides that, right? I would say don't dwell on that too much. What I'm getting is what you asked me was what's Mike's, energies towards you. His energies towards you is great. I just think that he's trying to figure out who's telling the truth, like which one of these girls are, like, if this chick is really saying, like, if she's bashing you, why, or if she's talking shit about you, why. And he doesn't really care because he likes you. He thinks your energy is good. He thinks that things can be productive or happy between you guys. So Mike thinks you're cool. It's just that, Mike's getting his earful from one of those chicks. Let me tell you, people will smile up in your face and dish you behind your back. That's how it is. Like, that's how it is. But Mike's cool though. He seems like he likes you and he's cool. I don't get no bad vibes off of Mike. Oh, that's what it is then, bro. That's why she came up as the person who is saying something. Yeah, maybe Devin said, "Hey, look, I work with these chicks that didn't like Nick, so watch out. If they told me that, then blah blah blah." But besides the point, Nick, I wouldn't dwell too much on that because the energy that Mike has towards you is good, you know? Yeah. Man, fuck those weirdos, man. Who cares? Yeah, well, it's all good. People are always gonna talk shit, but once they find out who you really are, it's a different situation. It looks like Mike's willing to find out if you're cool. I think Mike's cool, and his intentions towards you is cool. I don't get nothing bad on Mike's energies towards you. I just think that that chick's in his head. Yeah, yeah, that could be it too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're gonna continue to learn more and more, Nick. That's how life is, man. And learning is good. The more you learn, the more you earn from every situation. It's only gonna get better from here. And like I told you already, us Aquarians have good things coming our way, man. And I totally believe it, and it's already happening for me. It's weird, but according to astrology, we're doing good. We're gonna be in a good place from now to the end of the year and moving forward. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. And you realize that there's so many lessons to learn. People. That's what I'm saying. You are who you hang around. You hang around shitty ass people, or you work with shitty ass people, and you allow them to take your energy, then you're gonna get zapped into feeling that way. And then if you keep to yourself and have like limited amount of friends or limited amount of people, and just keep it on a work sense and not get too like cool with them, then fuck them. You know, it's difficult, bro. But just please stay strong, man. Don't allow people to like get in your head and get you feeling a certain way. Like you should have the mentality. Fuck what these people think. You got to do what's best for Nick. That's all, man. Just keep fighting the devil and fighting the people that are against you in your mind, and just say, hey, look, I'm doing what I gotta do. Fuck you, like fuck 'em. That's how you gotta think, bro. Don't worry about what these people are saying. You're already on the path to getting yourself better. Don't let anything get in your way because you're gonna get your see because you took the initiative to make your life better, bro. This is why the difficulties are still gonna be there. Because the devil don't want you to be cool. Like the devil don't want you to be good. The devil wants you to fuck up again and go back to the toxicity. You see what I'm saying? You feel me? Like the better you get, the more the devil don't want that. So that's why you're gonna run into these energies where people are gonna talk shit and you're gonna feel the way you feel. All right, no problem, bro. Thanks. What are Ash's intentions towards you? Yeah, exactly. That your action speaks for itself. That's a good thing to do. Oh wow. All right. Well, this person, Ash, is their energies towards you are very good. Yeah. This energy is really good. I think that this person is very they're cool. They have like they're very spiritual and they have like material things and they're very happy in their life. And when they talk to you, they enjoy talking to you. If they have to enforce them themselves in like a conversation, then they're cool with talking to you. They like talking to you. Um, yeah, he's got like a spiritual side of him where he feels spiritual. He feels like, yeah, I think I would say like he doesn't show his spiritual way, but he's spiritually prosperous. Like I would say like he gives thanks for what he has. He probably says that, thank God I got a house, thank God I got a job, or he says, yeah man, I'm blessed. Shit like that. He might say things like that. Even if he doesn't say it to you, he says it to himself because thank God I got this, or I'm glad I got money, I'm glad I got this, I'm glad I got, a new car, something like that, just like a spiritual prosperity that he has. But I would say that, the way he feels about, you and his energies towards you is all good. He thinks that you're a good worker and you're good at what you do. Um, I also think that he considers you spontaneous or, creative and self-reliant, self-confident, things like that. He doesn't really like, look at you in a bad way at all. I think he enjoys, conversating with you or talking to you. And I just think that he looks at you in a good light. I don't get nothing bad here at all. Ash looks at you in a good way. He might think that you hesitate or you're indecisive at some times, or the choice that you make is not the choice that he would make. So like you said, um more work and friendship related, and he's straight. I think that maybe he's not, and things like that, and what you're doing. He doesn't really like, he might not approve of what you are and what you're doing, but he doesn't hold it against you. But I feel like he gives thanks for what he has, like in a spiritual way. But it looks like he's got material things that he likes. Yeah, it's the Galaxy shirt, man. It's the Cat Galaxy shirt. That's what it is. It's what it is, bro. But I don't get no bad energy at all from him. Nothing at all. Nothing bad at all. I think that Ash is perfectly fine and with you and with his life. And I think because his life is good, he doesn't feel anything bad towards you. So that's a good thing. That was like the one of the best ones I got, really. I kind of think that he looked at you in a good light. I got all positive things. Nothing bad at all. Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. He might be overconfident, or he might be like, you know, um very self-reliant and very confident, like he doesn't feel like he needs anybody, or he like if he talks to any other man, he's like, yeah, I'm the alpha male here, like I run shit, or I don't need you, I can do everything myself, I know what I'm doing, I'm smarter, I'm better. Not in a cocky way, but like, like you said, like a powerful way. Like he thinks that, he can run shit, and or if he has authority, then I think that he uses it. But his energy towards you is not bad at all. He thinks that you're cool, and he can get along with you, no problem. Yeah, there's no like animosity or bad feelings at all. Nothing bad. All good. That was like one of the better energies I get. Better cards, better energy on him. Yeah, it looks like he's in a relationship with a woman, I think. It says here it says here he's with a woman, a girlfriend. Yeah, I can see that. I got the Ace of Cups. So yeah, that's good. That's why I got all good cards. Yeah. Yeah. See, that's the spiritual part of it. See, that sounds like a spiritual definition. Yeah, yeah. What are keyless Gemini energies towards me? What are keyless Gemini? All right, so if you and Kayla talk, she enjoys they enjoy the conversation that they have. They just think that sometimes they're very hesitant to talk to you because they might be shy or they might consider you shy, or it just like there's like a energy of when she talks to you, she's like, okay, he's kind of cool, but I have to make sure that I don't say the wrong thing, or I don't ignore any opportunity to talk to him because he might think that this way or that way. I think she's more concerned about how you feel about her because of the way she comes across or the way she says things or how she feels when she talks to you. She might be shy, but or she would like enjoys like the way you handle things or the way you talk or the way you act. She feels like you're a free spirited, free will person, spontaneous. Um, she thinks you're good at what you do. So I would say that her energy towards you is not bad at all. It's pretty good. She just thinks that you're like a firecracker. Like you can go off at any time, or like yeah. She thinks that one day you're like oh cool, and then the next day you're like serious. And like the next day you she's like, I wonder if I should say something to him. And then she's like, nah, Nick's cool. I ain't gotta say nothing to him. But she looks at you in a good way, though. She's cool. She thinks that you're cool. She enjoys talking to you. She enjoys talking to you, and she enjoys the way you handle things. Yeah. So the last couple people were pretty good, Nick. These people are good. She thinks that you're like, you're good with what you do. All right, bro. Yeah, yeah, whatever you say, Nick. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, Nick. I thought you said you were gonna get a shower and go to bed, Nick. Meanwhile, yeah, I can see that. I can't stop yawning. I hate that, man. It's like my mouth automatically yawns. I've always had like a yawning thing. Like I'm always constantly yawning. I try to hold it back and I can't. All right, what are Victor's the Aquarius' energy towards Nick? Some different cards. It's interesting. Okay, Victor's energy towards you is, I think, well, what I'm getting here is not, I think, the thing is this person, Victor, is like they want to say more or do more or talk to you, but it's like they don't really know a lot about you, or they're trying to find out something about you. I've asked about him before, but only once. Yeah, like I think this person is like, I think they get a lot of attention, or they love attention, and I think that they have an issue with like a woman or something like that. But anyway, their energies towards you is like unknown type of vibe. Like they look at you like they want to say something and they don't, or they when they do say something, like I think they're having problems, bro. Because I get like a woman reversed here, and he's like revealed something bad about her. So like I think that him and his girlfriend aren't really doing too good. Because that's the energy that I get. Like he's not doing too good with a woman. But how he like how his energy towards you is not that bad. It's good. It's um like the work vibe, I guess, or like the compatibility, or like the conversation maybe between you and him is like recognized. Like he knows who you are, knows what you're about. Ah, okay, that's why his energy's kind of all over the. Like you might not see him. He might be absent for a while. I think he's going through a lot. Either that, or like he's like trying to do something with his residence, like with his house. I think something's going on with his house right now, and something's going on with the girlfriend. But his energies towards you is good. Like he admires you or likes you. He's cool with you. I think that he's. I think that if you've given him advice, he'll take it, or if he might come to you for advice, or just like to talk to you, to talk about his problems. I think he likes that part about you. If he hasn't talked to you recently, he might be talking to you in the next couple of days about his issues and his problems. So it looks like he'll be talking to you soon about what's going on. But he thinks you're cool though. If you guys work together, he likes the way you guys work or whatever. He likes the way you work together. But his energy is so focused on his life that it's not really saying too much about you. Yeah, I guess that's why I got that. Yeah, yeah. I think he'll talk to you again soon about his work situation or his life. Yeah, that sucks. I guess that's why his energy is so focused on that. Well, hopefully he is. I don't want nobody to lose their job. That sucks. Especially if you bought a house. All right, what are Gabriel's energies towards you? What is Gabriel's energy towards Nick? What is Gabriel's energy towards? What is Gabriella's? Is it Gabriella? Yeah, Gabriel. That's what I thought. What I said it right the first time. What is Gabriel's energy towards Nick? I keep getting the same card for you today, bro. Doesn't matter how much I shuffle. Which is the world card, which is like the world card to me, when you get it as a guy, it's more of like a card for a woman. But when you get it as a guy, it means that more people like are um recognizing you, or they're like looking at you work, like looking at your, like admiring you, or like watching you, or like looking at you, things like that. Like you're the center of attraction. Like you happen to walk by and they just look and be like, oh, that's Nick. Oh, hey, look at the Cat Galaxy shirt. Or like you attract attention. So that's what it is. And usually Aquariuses do that no matter what. So yeah, Gabriel is also like admiring you or looking at you, seeing you, but there's like an anxiety that Gabriel has when he sees you or looks at you. I think Gabriel is like very patient, and he's like somebody who's also got to make adjustments, or he thinks that there's a compatibility between you and him as well. Like he can tolerate you, talk to you, and speak to you, and he's fine with that. But I don't think he's going to be very active towards you, or like, because he has too much anxiety. um but he does admire you. He does like look at you and say to himself, I recognize Nick, I see him, blah blah blah. And if you guys work together, there's also like a work energy there, like getting, if you guys work together, then there's like an energy of, yeah, we're hard working together, and we're just doing things together, and that's about it. But there's like a lot of, I would say this guy's got a lot of anxiety, and they lose their concentration. Yeah, there's a lot of work. See, the world card also is about hard work and undertakings, and like being successful at work together. So they look at you as somebody who is like somebody who they can deal with at work, and they like you at work. So I feel like most people you're asking about that's from work like you, and they're cool with you, and they think that you're cool. It's just that they might not have the same hobbies or same interests. Well, you can't please everybody, bro. That's just the way it is. I've always had that problem too. Yeah, that's fine. That's not. But it looks like you got a lot of people at work though, because they're all like watching you and admiring you, or they just think that you know, like look at Nick. He doesn't give a fuck. That's cool. They admire you how you are. They don't care. Like they don't. They think that you don't give a shit about what people say, or like because you dress or you talk or you walk or you act a certain way, they think that at least he's doing his thing. Fuck it. If he was an idiot, he wouldn't be here. That type of vibe. But Gabriel, I think, is more of a person who is like not concentrated fully. You know? Yeah, exactly, and that's why you're being admired somewhat, and that's why you're drawing attention, and that's when I get the world card for a woman, it means that like a lot of people are attracted to her. But when it's a guy, it means the same thing. You're getting attraction, you're getting attention. People are looking at you, admiring you. They're saying, "Hey, look at them. They don't give a fuck. They're wearing this today or they're doing that. They don't. They like that. It's a good sign. It's not a bad sign. It came up a couple times in the readings. So the people that you asked me about that admire you, that card comes up. So Yeah, exactly. And that's the best way to be. That's how I am too. I don't give a fuck about what anybody thinks. I could care less. And everybody should be the same way. Who gives a shit? Fuck 'em. So, yeah. Okay. Well, there are spirits advising you not to go. They said if you do go, there might be arguments, there might be doubts. Um, it might even get canceled. But they say if you do go, it's not a good thing. There's going to be some type of arguing. There's going to be jealousy. There's going to be like, you're going to feel kind of empty, or you're going to feel like, kind of like, why the fuck did I come here? I kind of got that before I shuffled the cards because I kind of smelt like a burnt smell. So when I smell like a burnt smell, like from spirit, it's kind of means like it's done and dusted. So I would say don't go. And if you do go, it might end up being like you might end up feeling like, why the fuck did I come here? This is like I think that you're hesitating now whether or not you want to go because it's uncertain and you might feel like anxiety, or you might feel like, I'm not gonna go because I don't feel like being, this way, or feel like dealing with these people. So I actually got like a hell no to not go. I'm not trying to rhyme, by the way. So I would say don't go to this event on Saturday. That's what your higher self is advising you to go. If you do decide to go, you're going to feel like kind of hesitant, and you're going to feel doubtful. And you might even, like I said, you might get into an argument or a dispute with someone. Somebody might say, hey, look, this, and this. And you'd be like, oh, hell no, you shouldn't do that, blah, blah, blah. So this is saying that these people, Donnie especially, is someone who invited you just to invite you, but they're not really like really care about doing it. Oh, there you go. Yep. Well, there you go. That's just confirmation. If it's a competition event, then it's going to be arguing back and forth. So they're saying save yourself from going and don't go. They're saying that it's not going to work out properly. It's not going to be good. I didn't get no good cards on that. All bad. And if they do that all the time, it ain't going to be no different this time. So, Spirit saying, don't go. Yeah. Well, they're saying if you do go, just be prepared for arguing or jealousy or some like, bullshit. Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's what they're pretty much saying again. Like, don't put yourself through that again. You can say thanks, but no thanks. I got other things I got to do. That's all, bro. There's nothing wrong with that. I got invited to go out to a party on Saturday night, and I was like, hell no, I'm not going nowhere. And they were like, come on, man, you gotta come, man. Come on, please. I'm like, look, I'm not going nowhere, bro. I don't go out no more. I'm not gonna go out to be fucking smelling dirty ass cigarettes and weed and seeing people drink and bring me back to my bad memories or bring me back to bullshit. I said, I'd rather be home, bro. I ain't got no time for that shit. Seeing a whole pot of young people shaking their asses. I'd rather be home chilling and relaxing and watching TV and just catching myself. I'm too old for that shit now. I don't want to go nowhere. If I go somewhere, I want to go to like a over 40s party where there's just older people, no young fellas around. I just need a damn vacation. That's what I need. I need a vacation. All right, man. Thank you as well. Yeah, Grandpa Mark. Yeah, Grandpa Marky. Yes. Yeah, there you go. At least it ended kind of well. You know, you got some good people there, man. Just stick around the good ones and just fuck the other ones who cares about them. You know, it doesn't matter where you go. There's always gonna be an asshole or a biatch that you have to deal with. But anyway, it was good talking to you, bro. I'm glad you're doing good. I feel your energy is great right now. Um, I didn't feel no tense or any type of bad energy around you, and that's good, man. I'm feeling like everybody's energy is changing for the better, and you're not the only person that I felt good energy from in the room today and last couple weeks or so. So it's nice to see everybody's feeling better or their energy's better, you know. So that's good, man. But yeah, I should be on tomorrow, and I should be on around this time, or well, not this time, but a little earlier. But I should be around tomorrow at some point in time. Alrighty, I will see everybody tomorrow, and you guys enjoy your day. I'm gonna go get some sleep, and I appreciate everybody coming by, chatting, donating, hanging out. Peace. God bless everyone.